Hey.
Oh, you were coming in.
So we're making
Bitlawa.
Bitlawa. And we've got our pecans.
Yes.
And we've chopped 3 cups. And you take it and you put it in the tray to figure out if it looks good. Right?
If it's enough.
If it's
you
enough.
might want more. You might want less.
So, and we're working with the number 4, but they're different. But we'll find out. Number 4, filo dough. So that's what we've done so far. And you're adding sugar to the nuts. That will be one step that we have. And then you're gonna add the
teaspoon.
Okay. So I put a teaspoon of that in the syrup as well. Okay.
You also season the nuts.
Or
it's not very good.
Because you don't want your phyllo dough wet. You just want, and you don't want it crummy either. There we go.
There it is.
Now move this. And then you're going to unroll it. Because you're using this one.
It's cut.
Hey!
That'll be all right. That'll be bottom layer.
Yeah, maybe. We could open up another one. Okay, so now.
Interesting.
Now what do we do?
It looks like
No, you could just leave it like that. And
cloth.
let's just do this. Let's put this on here like this. And then I'm going to do this. Well, no, you don't want you'd rather use the broken ones on the bottom. You're right. Byron, you're right.
Or on the not the very top layer.
Or
I
maybe
have
that's how
another
you cut it.
I have another box too. I wonder if it's better. I bought 2 of each because I didn't know. I didn't know how thick it's going to be.
Yeah.
How high up you want it.
Okay.
Paint away. And let's see. Now let's get in a good position here.
Butter in the pan.
Where would you like to be so that you can work without, getting in trouble here?
Well, I don't know if I'll get in trouble, but.
Well, I mean, because then you're going to get all balled up and.
Oh, yes.
You need a good workspace.
Yes, you need a good workspace.
Put 1 sheet down on the bottom.
1 sheet.
Okay.
And then you're going to do one of these sheets next because that way it really covers.
Comparing
Oh, my
that.
goodness.
Would you like to try this?
I'll try this one.
Okay.
So what brand are you using?
This one was this one.
And it seems to be a little bit better quality.
Fantas?
I don't know what that says.
Fantis.
I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
So every layer gets a coating of butter.
Every sheet is buttered.
And how do you store it when it's all said and done? You have a whole tray of Bitlawa. Can you freeze some of it?
You can freeze it, but it'll last on the counter for a long time.
Really?
Strangely enough, it lasts just on the counter just as long as butter lasts on the counter because it's mostly
that's
butter.
Mostly what it is butter. Okay. Isn't that funny how this feels like? It feels like thicker on here than
that
down
looks
there.
different.
Look.
Pick up a sheet of that, Becky.
What's this? Is part of the machine?
Did it fold over?
I guess it's all right. No, it doesn't feel like it, but feel of that with your fingers. Doesn't that feel like? Now feel the bottom. Feel this down here. Doesn't that feel fatter?
That's way thinner down here.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can do it.
That's the other one, Becky. No, that's her.
No. I want her to use it here
every other?
because
Okay.
these sheets
So be bigger?
are better. These are better sheets. That's all I'm saying. And then I'm going to
That does look better.
Yes.
Mine was like a wet
I'm going to
Kleenex.
take one of yours.
We're gonna
Mix and match because these aren't as good.
Well, that went pretty well.
You count, Byron. How many?
Oh man.
That's 2.
Okay.
I have to count. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to count that's not just out loud.
Because we don't. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because you know what? I should use these smaller ones anyway. My pan's smaller than yours.
Oh, you're being nice and Lenny's have the better one, I think.
No, I just think that's probably what's going to work out better.
Okay. Do you want to
just
swap
move
them?
this one right here, and then I'll just take you. Thank you. Flip. There we go. Now hand me the towel. So anytime you're not actually buttering, cover it to keep it from drying out. Dries out very quickly.
Oh my, okay. So I need to hurry up on my buttering.
No, you're doing fine.
It's drying out.
The edges will.
Okay.
No problem. All tastes good. You can't ruin it. Grandma Julia Jabara, so you put enough butter on sand, you'll eat it.
I never heard that.
So how often did you do this with your mom?
Well, whenever she wanted to make Bitlawa, I was usually the go-to flunky cook, assistant, sous chef. I was her sous chef because I liked it.
Did you cook this twice a year? Was it more often than that or less?
No, once a year.
Once a year you would make it?
Now, when I was a kid, they made their own dough.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Sounds really hard.
How is that done?
Oh, I had some pictures. I took pictures one time. You have to have a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Mom would have Aunt Mary, and Aunt Mary would bring all her friends. We'd have Billy, and we'd have Pat, or whatever her name was, and all these ladies, and sometimes I don't remember who all would be there. I can't even. I don't think Aunt Wanda was usually at work, but because you have to stretch the dough, and when you're stretching the dough, you need lots of hands. And they didn't just make 1 or 2 trays. They do like 9 trays down the table,
my.
like this size. And so they would just stretch that dough. Come my way, come my way. It was fun.
But it wouldn't rip?
Fun. And it fit. I mean, then they'd lay it down.
And
Butter. Jane and I were the butterers.
Then you cut it between the trays?
Yeah, when it was all done. Not until it was done.
Yeah.
And then they separate the pans.
Oh.
Very cool. I wonder if I still have some of those pictures. Who knows?
Probably somewhere.
Are we ready for another one?
This is number 3.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Just slop it on there. That's what Dad would say.
Take off the
Slop it on there.
wet cloth.
Yeah.
1 ply.
One of these and one of those. And one of these. Go.
So are we going for like 10-ish, or do the whole box and then do the nuts and then the other box?
We'll gauge it by how high up on the pan.
Okay, so you don't want to go over the pan, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't, and depending on how much butter we're actually getting between on the layers.
Yeah. Will it rise?
No.
Will it shrink?
Maybe just a tiny bit. Yeah, it'll shrink a little.
Okay.
As it cooks, but not that much.
And you don't. Okay.
You see, the butter in between is what cooks the layer.
Oh, the
So
butter gets
this
hot
is-
and it kind of
yeah,
fries
this
it.
is what makes that layer crisp up.
So if you have soggy, that means you didn't put enough butter in.
Or not
Well,
cooked. It wouldn't be
probably.
soggy.
Yeah, probably.
It would just be that.
Doesn't, but it still tastes good though.
Yeah.
I mean, you have enough layers with butter.
Yeah.
I mean, you could a little bit of sand.
You
in
ready to
there.
do another one?
Ready.
Okay.
So number 4. That was quicker.
Okay, see, we're getting good at it, huh? New ones. It's not a good situation.
Oh, so it was the Girl Scout cookies that smelled like
Uh-huh.
smoke. Oh
Mhm.
my.
You can't sell stuff like that.
No.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
No.
So have you ever made it with not pecans?
Huh? I
It's
never.
always pecans.
And church uses pecans. I'm gonna have to.
But
melt
you've
some.
had it with other ones. You've had the pistachios.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just not. To me, that's not Bitlawa. I mean, that's a wonderful dessert.
So
It's just a poser.
So baklava would be with a different type of syrup or a different type of nut.
Sometimes they use a different seasoning, and you can actually go to some Greek restaurants. I know in Wisconsin, they used honey instead of a
That
syrup.
would be good.
I'd have nothing against any of them. They all probably taste delicious. This is what
But this is
I was raised
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
Okay, number 11. So it's how many on the bottom?
She would do like 13 or
And
14.
then, and then one less on the top?
And then, no, one more.
One
on
more? The top layer is slightly bigger.
Well, When you're ready to stop, you don't butter. Like if we wanted to put the nuts on right now, you don't butter it.
Oh.
So what number was this?
You
11.
said 10 last time.
This is 11.
We could put nuts on 12 or put nuts on 13 or whatever you want to do because I have more sheets. Oh, my butter's getting hard. I'm going to have to hit it and get some more. Now,
Now,
what-
what's more liberal with the butter than we have been?
I think you're doing okay. When the church does the Bitlawa to sell and to have for the big dinner, we roll it. We roll you take like,
Oh.
you have a sheet, and then you put a sheet, and then you put a sheet kind of in the middle, and then your nuts go here,
Oh.
and then you roll and flip in, and everything gets butter, and then you roll, and then you put your roll in the pan, and then you cut them so that it looks
It's a
like a
little pinwheely looking.
But they still look good. They still
Yeah.
look good.
Is that what the peanut kind?
We had several have different styles, and they're all filo dough.
So
number 12.
each sheet will have butter on top and below it. Spread the nut mixture evenly on the filo dough once you get. But this doesn't say anything about no butter, but that's the way I always remembered it.
Okay.
So let's do it that way. Okay. So now we nut. If we're ready.
We're ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it
And try
exactly
not to go clear to the edge, but close to the edge. Well, you can move them around. Do whatever. I mean, that's the hands-on. Do whatever. Sure, but you're going to eat it.
Oh, it's at the edge. Oh.
That's all right. It's, I mean.
Smells good.
Mmm. I know, I love
Sugar
that.
and butter.
And the rose water,
and
orange
the
blossom
orange
water.
blossom.
See, we always call it rose water, but it wasn't. Isn't that funny?
Hmm.
And then just with your hand, make sure it's, because you're going to be putting dough on it, and then you're going to butter.
So you want it pretty flat.
Yeah, exactly. Good one, Byron. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Looks good.
It's funny. She's always like a step ahead.
Good, because I'm watching.
Oh, well, I guess there's something to be about muscle memory or
No,
whatever.
sure.
Because
Yeah.
I've probably done it a couple of times, but
Yeah.
then you can just play with it till you're happy. That's what's fun about cooking. Play with your food.
So when the edge that's doesn't have nuts,
Mm-hmm.
are you trying to make that stick to the other filo dough or not necessarily?
Oh no, it will just
Okay.
naturally fall down there. And see, when this starts cooking, the butter. In fact, I better get me some more butter because whilst I'm waiting here, the butter seeps all around because you cut it, and so it's going to get all around.
So it just kind of soaks in it.
Yeah.
This is number 1 on the top layer.
Okay.
We did 12, we think.
We think. Okay. All righty. Here we go.
So just one after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And covering.
Ooh, this one's hard to do. I forgot.
Oh.
It slides.
Oh, man.
Really get it
That's all right.
soaked in
Just
there.
hold the corner a little bit. It'll be fine.
Hard.
Once it gets a little bit heavier with the weight of the butter.
Then it's good. That's right. Byron has it down.
As I'm just
Yeah,
watching.
he's got it.
So how long has N&J's been there?
Long
Okay, but she
She
didn't
was like,
sell
what
it.
was it?
She
Bibelow's is where
yeah.
used to be the go-to place.
Not
Not
I've
necessarily.
always liked N&J.
Okay.
I mean, they're all good.
Yeah. But Bibelow's,
They're all
did that
different.
closed?
Bibelow's closed.
Did
Yeah.
Bibelow's closed?
Doesn't have to be a big one. A little tray.
Yeah, you can cut them in half.
Really? You could just do it.
It's quite a bit, really,
Fold it
for
over.
how you can't sit down and eat 10 of them, you know.
Oh no.
Well, I
It's too
could.
rich. It's really rich. You could.
What?
Then you'd be sick and you'd be going, oh, my stomach
Shouldn't.
hurts. Why my stomach hurts so bad?
When we went to Israel a couple years ago, and I was trying all the different
Yeah.
Bitlawa and
Yeah.
baklava and
They were
whatever.
good.
Yeah.
That was an amazing trip.
It was.
We ended up near a town in northern Israel, kind of near Syria, or near, where was it?
We could see Syria.
You didn't go into Lebanon, did you?
No, we did not.
No.
It was right kind of in the corner there.
Gosh, was it
By
scary? What's there
It
stuff
really-
going on?
I mean, we were with a tour group,
Oh, well, that's good.
but
Safety in numbers.
they basically had Syrian bread and leaven.
Ooh, was it
Yes.
delicious?
It was good.
Yes, and we were so excited because there's this in this area they really like this thing and they were describing it and I was like, I think that's an arugula.
They're like, it's kind of sour, a bit of sour yogurt on a very thin piece of bread is really unusual. I'm like, what? And they put olives on it.
That was pretty
What?
exciting. Yeah, it
They-
was.
They put
How
the
delicious.
they put za'atar on it as well.
You like something?
Becky loves it. I think it's okay.
I like it.
I
like
love it.
What do you
Okay.
put? What do you put on with za'atar? What do you cook with za'atar? What do you put it on?
Just a fatai. Sauteed
Okay.
fatai.
Za'atar
You can put it
fatai.
on anything. My friend Olivia puts it on, she gets those crescent rolls
Yeah.
and then she opens them up and flattens them out a little bit, puts some za'atar on them, and then cooks them open face.
Oh, huh.
Actually, she gave me one that was delicious. It's like a za'atar crisp. Probably put some za'atar on this phyllo dough.
When we were in Israel, we bought some spices.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and one of them burst.
In our
In
luggage.
your
Yeah.
Whoa.
Suitcase. It was a reddish. I can't think
I
of
don't
what it was
remember.
called.
They have these spice merchants that just had like,
That was cool. We bought
In
za'atar
markets.
when we were there, though,
yeah, and it made a mess.
and that made a mess. But yes, and it burst.
This is done, and we
Now,
butter the
don't
top
put that.
layer.
Well, no, you're going to use that. That's good. Okay, I was going to say because you're dipping your brush into this butter,
Yeah.
and there's like a cornstarch. I think it might actually be cornstarch powder
Okay.
on in between each layer. So you're So like
Oh,
if
you
you
don't
had a
put
whole
that
bunch
back
of
in.
butter left, you wouldn't want to put this back into your good butter. This you just want to use right away. You know, cook
Huh.
with it.
Just drink it right there.
Yeah, chug it. I say chug it.
So these corners here are gonna be okay.
Yeah, they'll be taken care of. We will be cutting
Oh,
momentarily.
I see. There's a little bit of filet in this thing still.
This is good stuff. One more. This is the one we were looking for.
The last
I
one.
found it, Byron. I used to always say that. And then everybody laugh. Same joke. Same joke every year.
Found the last one. Huh?
It's the one we were looking for. It's funny what you remember when you're a kid. And we're almost done. We'll get
So
our
what happens if you
yardstick.
don't use the clarified or the rendered butter?
Well,
Does it not
Well,
taste the
so,
same, or is
no,
it
I
cooked-
mean it's butter, but the point of using it is to get the extra salt. You know, it would taste different. Number
Yeah.
one, but and you're getting the impurities out of it, the buttermilk and the solids. I guess that's what they would call them. I don't know what the term is.
buttermilk? That's interesting because
It's-
it would look like kind of milky.
Um,
Huh.
And I don't know what the technical term is. If you look it up on a Food Network or whatever, I don't know what they would say. But you would be putting like a regular butter down, layer after layer, and then as it cooks, because you leave it in there for 40 minutes or whatever to cook it, to bake it, I think it would have a tendency it could burn, or because when you render the butter, if you look at the bottom, where the solid, everything would drop down. A lot of times it's really dark, dark brown.
That's what it said on. I did watch a video or two on it, and it said
did you?
that you could saute at higher temperatures with it and cook with it hotter.
Because it doesn't have any of the things that are going to burn.
The burning point is much higher than.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but so
you might actually
get a higher temperature.
You might burn it, maybe, or have a burn flavor.
It would taste different.
Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to trying like a little itty pan to see what it tastes like and how it baked. Experiment.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun.
Maybe you'd have to cook it at a lower temperature.
Maybe.
Because
So, we got clean little yardsticks.
Okay.
Now, let's see. Now, what did Gretchen put in her book? Let's see what your sister did here.
Okay. This is interesting.
Okay. So, see how this is. First, you have a straight cut, and then you have a diagonal. So, how fat, I can't actually tell. This looks like this pan. These are huge. You want them that big?
Whatever.
See, you can see 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that looks like about 7. So
about as thick as the.
So if you're going to go down, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you might want them bigger. So you'd have
I'll just
about
eat more
8.
of them.
You'd have about 8, huh?
We'll just eat more of them if you.
Or less, whichever. So we're going to cut them, and then we're going to go diagonal, like the same. Like if you want to measure it out with the yardstick so that it would be exactly this wide, or if you want it wider. And then when you do your diagonals, see, you're going to go like that. And then you're going to end up with a diamond, right? See how they did these? Because
it's really hard.
So, no, it's not hard. Okay, wait, let me just try it. And then if mine isn't right,
I got a feeling yours will be right.
it will be different for you. So let's do this one first. Let me see, I don't know what knife I want. Let's just give it a try. Okay, so let's see. This really kind of looks small, doesn't it? Let's try the metal one. It's just a little bit fatter. Actually, I have a really fat one. Let's try. So let's just do this first. We're just going to do this.
We're just marking.
I'm just going to mark it a little bit and see how many it is. That way, we'll have a real idea. See, these do look small. I might have to get my bigger yardstick out.
Cut the first 2 layers only.
Yeah, just about. See now, because now let's look what we're going to get here. When we go diagonal, and there it is, right there. It's going to look like. And that one's not a real one, so I have to do one more. Let's see what it looks like. How good is it?
I'll take that one.
See, this is your diamond right here.
Oh, I see it.
See it?
Nice.
Is that a pretty good size,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not too small.
Mm-mm.
Okay. The other way would be to do it this way.
Do square.
Square. See, we're just going to have a little experiment. Whoops. And let's do another one.
And that would be about 1 inch square. That would be kind of smaller.
Yep. And then if we did the diagonal,
Oh.
see, this way. Oops. Let's see what we get. I'm just curious. I don't think I've ever done this because I'm usually doing it to give away, and I don't care what these look like. See, now this is your square. Very small. It's not even a diamond, so it doesn't work that direction.
Oh.
Well, that's because this one would be the next true one, because this one still has that that line.
Is that right? This would be
Maybe
the next
not.
true one? Let me see.
Yeah, because
I'm just
We
curious.
had to get to the third row.
Oops, right there to
That
there. All right. So where would be
This
the true
one,
one?
I don't know.
See,
'Cause
that
we've got
doesn't
these
even
little tiny
work.
ones in there.
That doesn't work. So that's why we do it the long way. I was just curious. I just wanted to know for my own personal work. Okay, let's do some more.
So do you pre-measure everything, and then you cut it deep,
Yes,
and then
because I want to make sure it looks right. Because you can always try and do it another way and just have it flaky on top. It'll flake up, but that's all right. And then, actually, you don't even need the yardstick then. You could just follow the line. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Just good enough. Okay, now let's try it. Does that look like the right angle? Maybe I'm not angled right. What do you think, Becky? Does that look right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they did. See the
about a
yardstick?
45.
See, so like when you're
So,
here.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where you want to.
Should I start it there? That's
Yeah.
where I
Yeah.
started.
Dude.
Okay, let's
There
do it.
you go.
I like
High
this.
tech.
No, I mean, we're learning. Oops. And to think about when was the last time I did this was 3 years ago. So I forget.
That's what's the saying? I've slept since
I
then.
slept since then.
Oh, that's a good expression. Who says that?
My aunt.
I love that. I slept since then.
Of course I forgot because I slept since then.
And we would say it's all going to taste good. Doesn't matter what the shape
Yeah,
is.
that's true.
So you start off with a straight up and down.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, but Becky's getting ready to start. So now you're cutting
all the way through.
here,
Now I'm cutting all
and
the way through.
Becky's doing the scoring.
It's easier if you just score and then cut. To me,
Yeah,
whatever you want to do.
So start from the edge here, right?
the rounded edge.
Rounded edge. I feel like this is a lot of pressure.
Sorry, am I bouncing too much?
No.
Okay.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. And I'm just
Going about the width of the yardstick, right?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But
Perfect. Cutting off the edge.
All the way around. Well, you could just push it down in there. I mean, it'll bake, or if you don't want it to, then you can take it and get rid of it if you don't like it. But you just want to make sure you have this so the butter can move around. Mostly on
Getting
these
this-
edges.
Measuring stick kind of buttery.
That's fine. It'll wash.
It'll wash.
My edges here are easy because my phyllo dough is only so long. There we go. I push it in there. I like the crispies.
ah,
So
Crispy
just
edge.
feel it all kind of fried in butter, right?
yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Should be good.
I'm going to melt this a little bit more and do a little butter topping.
That's good.
And I'm just going to pour a little butter.
Oh my. So, tell you how much I know about this. I didn't know if we would be cutting it before or after we had baked it.
I didn't know it either.
Well, that's okay.
But that makes
to not know
sense.
that.
Because it would just break if you didn't.
You'd be very brittle.
Yeah.
I think it. I suppose maybe you could. I wonder how hard it would be to cut afterwards,
You'd
and
think it
keep
wouldn't go
it
very
in
well.
it without all the nuts falling out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, baby. Looks good to me. What do you think?
Yours looks really good.
Well, I think
Ours looks good
yours
too.
look good too. There we go. Put that back on there.
It's like
Puzzle
you've done
piece.
it at a church before. It's like you've done that at a church before
Oh.
for customers.
Really? Gosh, yeah. You're a good detective. There, see, they threw the dough
Oh, yeah.
and they stretched it.
Whoa.
And this went over like 9 trays
Oh, my.
of Bitlawa.
This one. That's
I don't
one
know.
sheet.
Yeah, I don't know if I have. I know I have more pictures, or had. I remember taking like a roll of film practically.
Wow, those are cool.
Want to put constraints on our butt.
Oh, go back.
You know, wouldn't that be fun? To try to do Bitlawa with dough. And, because we wouldn't do like Mom did, just do 4 trays. Or, so you're not stretching
Yeah.
clear, to Derby. I mean, you're just stretching it over the table a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I am sorry.
Did I do it?
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I moved the table.
Oh.
Butter, butter, yummy, yummy.
There it is.
And it smells so good when it bacon and stuff too.
Careful.
Gently.
So
30 minutes at 3. Oh, that's dark. 350.
and this book
Oven
says
lights.
30 to 40 minutes or whatever. I remember cooking mine even longer than that before it's beauty. Pretty as a picture. Turn mine around.
Starting to get golden
Oh,
brown.
man, that does smell really good.
So you're at 350
Mm-hmm.
for 30 minutes.
Like it. If you like it. Now at church we'd have like 3 ladies look at the
Oh, yes.
Bitlawa.
Okay, so
All
what are
right,
you
what
looking
do you
for
think?
here?
Looking.
What do you
Looking, you
think?
want it brown.
I think it looks
You want it crisp?
brownish and crispish.
Let's grab a
Is that
knife
done?
and look at the
Oh.
bottom.
Oh.
Or just gonna, flip it up just a little bit. Let's just look here. Let's see. What do you see? Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that, Byron.
Yeah.
I don't want to declare it done. It's your Bitlawa.
It's done,
No,
I
it's
think.
done.
Let's turn it off.
The crispies are just right.
Oh yeah. Now you need your syrup because
Okay.
you pour it over while it's hot.
Oh.
Let's close this up.
And that is-
burned. Let's
it
move
is-
this over here. Move the book a little bit, and we'll just set it right there. Now, who wants to do the honors? I'm gonna look at mine.
You just pour the whole jar?
You pour as much or as little as you want.
let's see here, Candice.
I would probably use the whole jar. This one's not quite done. See how in the middle?
Yeah, it's not as dark.
This electric oven isn't as fast a baker. It's all right.
Interesting.
Set me
Okay.
a timer for like 10 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it. You just.
Just
Try and
Okay.
get it over the tops of all of them, and then just let it
Okay, so
drizzle down.
I'm going for the. Oh my.
I got too big of
Do
a.
it.
Well,
She can
It's
do it. She
happening.
can
It's
do it.
happening.
She's doing it. Good job. Look at that. Every piece has to have some. Nobody wants to do
Oh, you hear it kind of hitting the pan.
Oh, that's delightful. Look at that steady hand.
well, you said you use the whole jar. I'm not even.
Not even
Close.
halfway. You're gonna go back
That's okay.
over.
I'm gonna go back over. That's right.
Yeah.
Whoop, got a little heavy.
This is kind of what helps preserve it.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, we'll make it at the church, and we just, of course, they're covered
Yeah.
in the little trays. And if it's left over, people buy it and they save it until like Christmas.
Hmm.
And they refrigerate. They freeze it.
They freeze it.
Oh, and because it's warm, it's just like it's more even because it's warm and it just fills in
Yeah.
the cracks.
If you have cold Bitlawa, then you use hot syrup
Oh,
One
is
or
it
the other.
just room temperature syrup. Hot.
for hot Bitlawa.
It does smell good.
Yeah, it really
good.
does.
You guys did a good job. Now, will you share this with your family?
Sure.
Yeah.
We will
You
try to
can't eat
share.
it all.
Begrudgingly share.
That's good.
Proudly share.
Yeah.
Look what we made.
You get one piece.
That's right.
we made a small batch.
That is.
So that's about, that jar I think is 2 cups.
Let's see, what have you used? You've used about 1.5 cups then.
Okay, should I keep going?
What's your string? There you go.
This is good
Make
on
it count.
pancakes. It's good on, I mean, it's up to you. How much do you want in there? I don't see it oozing.
You want
know-
to
So
go,
should I do
go,
it
go
again?
sideways maybe.
I'd go again.
Okay,
I'd go
okay.
again.
Don't be shy with it.
All right, I'm going.
Did you see how
Well,
big
she
her container of syrup was?
Yeah, I did it extra, but
Because
you
it's
can
good
use
on
it for other
pancakes.
stuff too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better for you than corn syrup.
Is
Yeah.
it? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So whatever you
just sugar,
would use your corn
basically.
syrup, you could use this.
Now you're getting it.
Mm-hmm. Little dewdrops. See, that's what you like to see. See how it shines? Make it shine, Becky. How'd you name your dog Cheese?
Well, when we
Is there a
got her,
story?
yeah, actually there is a story. When we got her from the pound, she had kennel cough, and so we thought we had a dog that was getting older at the time, which is why we got Cheese, to yet again have a running partner, and so we thought, oh well, Callie, that was our current dog, she loves peanut butter. We'll just put the pill she's supposed to take in peanut butter, no problem. Well, that did not work. She licked off the peanut butter and
Spit the pill out.
sure did. So the only thing we could get her to take it with that she didn't spit it out with was cheese. And that's why we named her Cheese. We wanted something kind of funny and
It's a cute name.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work so well when you're like, hey, do we have any cheese in the fridge?
and she
And
comes
she'll come
running
right
and she's
to
like,
you.
yes.
It's like, what do you need? I can
Sorry,
help.
Cheese.
Yeah.
So
See, that looks so much better.
yeah,
See the center?
it's browned
Mm-hmm.
more evenly.
Now it's done. But, that right there. Get a little hole.
See, you can tell because she's got one with it.
She's got it with a pouring spout.
She's already ahead of the game.
All right, let's get some on here.
Oh yeah.
She's getting. So how long ago did you make your syrup?
A couple days ago.
Does it keep very well?
Oh, it should keep very well. And if you make sure it's not going to get any air,
Oh, okay.
it helps it last.
You're going with the lawn mowing method of going around.
I
and
am lawn mowing.
around.
Now, there was extra butter on my tray. At church, they would have poured that off. I'm just telling you.
Oh.
They'd have poured it off.
They would have poured the extra butter off. There, that looks pretty darn good. But I leave it. Get this edge right there. Now we're going to go this way a little bit. But that should do it. Let's see how much syrup I used. My tray seems smaller than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about the same as yours. What'd you say? Where's my measure? There it is.
You have a cup left?
Yeah. How much did I have in there, though?
I don't know.
I think I used
I
more
didn't
than
look.
you did. You want more? You can use some of mine. If you want more syrup, I got plenty.
We put more in there, Brian, or what?
Just another extra.
Oh yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm.
Isn't it really hot?
That's good.
Well, she got a crispy.
I got it crispy. I got an edge, Byron.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh.
You want to taste it?
Sure.
Grab a piece off
Okay.
the edge. Wow, this is good stuff.
That
Is
was
that
good.
one? You're eating the Crispies? Here's this one. So what do you think?
I think it's a success.
Success. Becky, did you learn anything?
Oh, yes.
That's good.
Hey, we're in the Golan Heights, and Drew people here. Jerry but they have
Back up.
basically Syrian bread. They're cooking it over there. They put labna on it. Yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm excited to try it.
And baklava. Yep. Do you feel at home?
Not yet till I try it, but it looks like.
Do you feel
Sydney's
like you're in
labna.
your ancestral home?
Maybe in the region for sure.
Oh dear. Well, keep going. I'm recording. There we go.
Yeah, I did it. Sorry, chicken. One here ordered schnitzel.
Ready chicken?
Oh, there we go. That is schnitzel over here. Small chicken. One soup, plastic. Yeah, one plastic. One plastic.
Thank you. Two.
Don't forget to take salad.
Okay, we're in northern Israel, the Golan Heights area, and I basically have on a roof. It's a flat piece of bread that's folded a bunch of times with labna, some za'atar on it. I've got my olives ready to go. We're super close to Syria. got some baklava.